Hey everyone, in this project we're going to be working with some awesome pulleys and engineering concepts, but before we really even get started, we wanted to show you some examples of pulleys and tell you what they are. A pulley is a wheel with a groove along its edge for a rope. They are often used in sets and designed to help reduce the force that it takes to lift an object. So now that you know at least something about pulleys, here's a little bit of background on the activity.
If you have done other projects with us, you know that Sticksville is a port city and it also has a space exploration program. Well, the city has actually ran into a problem when it comes to lifting up those big, heavy rockets and giant boats to do maintenance and repairs on them. They have found that the old personnel and equipment that they use just aren't strong enough to lift these things up anymore. Do you think you can take your new knowledge of pulleys and build a system that will help lift those incredibly heavy objects so maintenance can occur?
So do you think you're up for the task? We know you are. So we always like to touch on a little bit of history in this first video, and it's kind of unique for this project because you don't see pulleys very often, but they are extremely relevant, and their history actually started all the way back in ancient Egypt. And I know it's early, but we already have a cool question for you. How do you think that the ancient Egyptians built these big, famous pyramids without any giant motors or machines like we have today? Well, that's actually still a little bit of a mystery, even today, but a lot of experts do think that pulleys played a big part in their construction. But anyways, early adopters of pulleys used them for things like raising sails on a sailboat, weapons in war, and much more. But the whole point was that they could be able to pull in any direction they want and have an object go an entirely different direction that they want. And of course, they've evolved. They went from old pulleys like this one to more of what we use today with modern systems and technology. And we even sometimes attach motors to them instead of just strong men and women pulling them themselves. And that gives us a good transition into how these pulleys still matter today. Like I mentioned, they're all over the place. You can find engineers designing pulleys in cranes, lifting big boats out of the water, transporting rocket ships before they launch into space, and a ton more. You can even find them in places like weightlifting machines at the gym, elevators, all types of engines like cars and motorcycles, and one of my favorite examples, a ski lift. Do you get the point yet how pulleys are all around us and how they're going to be useful even into the future? So we hope you're growing excited about this project. And to wrap things up, by the time this is all over, you're going to get a chance to learn more about pulleys and their background. You're going to get a chance to build and design a pulley system of your own and even hear from a professional who works with pulleys in the real world.